Look
You
at
just
that.
had me over here.
We screaming.
I was over there, and then you moved me over here. Now you're telling me to come back up. Wait, what? Make up your mind.
My mind is made up. My mind is telling me no. But my body. No, we are pastors, huh? So, welcome to the Pastors Q&A today, ladies and gentlemen. Usually I have disclaimers, but I got real disclaimers today.
I have a disclaimer. I have no idea what he about to say.
Wow.
That is not good.
You don't trust me? Do you trust me? Do you trust me, baby? I don't feel confident in what you got going on right now. But I do have a disclaimer today.
I don't feel confident in what's about to go down.
I need you to feel confident in what's about to go down. So today's episode is going to be a very touchy one. It's going to trigger some things. It's going to really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's gonna touch some parents. It's definitely gonna reach out to women. It's definitely going to trigger some people. I can promise you that. I can promise you some people are gonna be triggered. I can promise you some gonna be triggered for the good, some gonna be triggered for the bad. But all in all, I kind of want everyone to come to the table, not just more so of we're trying to point fingers and look at people crazy. I really want to be able to try to come to the table where we can come to the table with a real solution. And how we as pastors, how we as the church can make a positive impact going forward. We know where we have been, but how do we move forward from what we're about to see? The video we're about to see is a 2-part video. The first part is what's taking place in 2025. The first part, as it's going to trigger my wife. And if these were me and my wife children, I'll be posting bail for her right now. Or
I had one of them at the dealership today.
Or she'll be on trial right now. Pastor beats breaks off children.
It was a little boy running through Hyundai today. I wanted to snap. He kicked my cup over because he was running around.
Okay, that is on a scale of 1 to 10. That would be a negative 100 for what I'm about to show. Number 2, there is a second part of how we kind of got here. And it's a video that's going to be played that was based from 1986. The first part of this video is going to be played from 2025. And we're going to be able to see how we got here. The link of where I got this from is in the description box. And all I can tell y'all is just hold on tight. Hold on real tight.
I gotta watch too, y'all. When he look,
Just hold on. So welcome to the Pastor Q&A, right? That was my disclaimer. That was my intro. That's how we get down. And in the words of Bishop Wayne Malcolm out in the UK, usually my intros are longer than my sermons. So with that being said, hi.
Excuse me. Hi.
So today we're going to really get into the destruction of the nuclear family. What's interesting to me that this was done in 1986. I remember seeing this video as a kid. I didn't see it in 86. I saw it in the 90s. The way it was presented to me was this wasn't just for the people that were in the video. It wasn't that it's disingenuous. It's also the fact that this just didn't happen to the people in the video. This happened everywhere. Everybody. Suburbs, the woods, projects, trailer parks. This took place Irwa.
Not Irwa.
Irwa. This took place Irwa. It wasn't just in our community. And this is why I kind of really want to address this from the body on how can we move forward. We can state foundations. We can point fingers. I just want to be able to look at things and rehearse things. I do want to shout out to the PBD Podcast because this is who played it. And this is where I saw the first original clip. So with that being said, the future does look bright. I should have worn my hat. The future is looking bright. As long as we have Christ, the future will always be bright. But at the same time, I just want to show this and really react to this video. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Don't be like that.
I don't know.
I would say, before we get in the video, as always, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. Click on all. Invite your friends in. Go find your parents. Go find mama. Go find daddy. Because this is about the nuclear family. And the destruction thereof. And we're going to see where we are and where we're going. Where we came from. It's cool? So are you ready? She said she wanted to snatch the little kid up in the audio dealership. No, that's nothing compared to what you're about to see.
All right, let's go.
Vinny tells me a video about 3 kids in Dallas at a Walgreens. Okay, Vinny, you want to tell us what happened? I haven't seen this clip at all.
Okay, so there's 3 kids. They're robbing, stealing from a Walgreens in Dallas. They get locked inside. Okay, and instead of being scared, embarrassed, I'm going to show you the attitude of them screaming, clowning the robbers, and threatening to attack them. Okay. And then you got and I'm as a parent, you guys are parents. Rob, please tell me how you would feel. And I'm going to get into what I think the parents and all that stuff. But they just got caught and they're locking them inside of Walgreens.
Go for it.
Hold on, wait. Really quick, because I forgot to say this in the intro. Your parental discretion is advised. I didn't edit anything out. I kept it as raw because I wanted people to truly see what we're dealing with. Okay? So I didn't edit it out. I kept the video as raw as it is. So your parental discretion is advised. Don't have any flashbacks and just go upstairs and beat the children because
I'm not going to have, because I don't have flashbacks like that. I don't have anything to have flashbacks with, like, if it's what you say.
Yeah, but you gonna want to beat these children.
But they ain't got nothing to do with mine, because mine, I would kill them.
So let's get into it.
But they just got caught, and they're locking them inside of Walgreens.
Go for it.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door.
What do you say?
I'm gonna break the door. 10 seconds.
Fucking door. I'm calling
Him downstairs. That's him.
Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that. Dad do that.
You can open the door.
Bitch, my mouth face. I'm gonna open up this door, because I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
I'm up in this bitch. I'm God. I'm gonna. You guys
Look, he wants to go hit her.
I would like that fight with y'all. Do not play with me. Do not.
No kid is born this way.
No, hell no.
That's correct. These kids
No
were made.
kid is born this way.
Yup. Look at that.
I will trash this all.
I'm closed. All right, we're sorry.
Who talks like
Here's my question.
Is that the only clip,
No,
Rob?
go ahead, Rob. This is them afterwards with the sister. She's going online because she's like, people are talking crap about them. Let me post a video which doesn't help the case at all. Rob, play this one. This is the sister.
She make more money than you. She got her own house. She pay her own bills. She got more shit than you. You broke. You ain't getting no more shit. And that was not food inside that bag. That was snacks and toys.
Snacks
And if it
toys.
was, yeah, that's what y'all like the fuck.
Matter of
Fuck them.
fact, everybody
Fuck them.
steal. Matter of fact,
Y'all
Everybody
got food.
steals.
Everybody that knows know y'all
I
got
can show
food.
you. Y'all grown people.
And by the way, she posts multiple videos of this. By the way, this drove me crazy because I'm just gonna assume who was outside waiting for them to drive them away. It wasn't the sister, maybe the mom, if she's still in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I had to assume, you guys nailed it. How the hell do you get to that? How do we get to that behavior? Okay.
taught.
So that's a great question. How do we get to that behavior? You on camera?
Don't come closer to my face. All right. That is all about upbringing. They're mimicking what they see. They're mimicking what they have been allowed to do. That is all about upbringing. Just look at the older sister. The older sister, she's older. And she's okay with it. So therefore, we know this is how they have been raised. There is no respect for anyone or anything. This makes my blood boil. This makes my blood boil. Because that's the kid you would have to shoot. Unfortunately, that's the kid that would think it's okay to come rob my house, and when they walk through my door, I'm telling you I'm going to shoot you, and you tell me you just going to have to shoot me. Because nobody has taught them the respect of other people's things. They don't even have respect for themselves, let alone other people.
But these kids are like, they can't be no older than 10.
None of them. Not one of them. I'll give the oldest, I'll take that back. I'll give the oldest maybe 12.
Maybe.
But no older than that. This is that's taught behavior.
And that's what Tom said. Tom said
Absolutely.
they built them that way.
Absolutely.
Not even just the behavior of just what you say, but even what you do. Did you think it's okay
because
to...
that's what they're mimicking what they know.
And sitting back listening to certain police officers being interviewed and retired cops, and how we was watching the cop who was over the gang unit on Sean Ryan's show. He was like, because they're a certain age, it's nothing that they can do.
Yep.
These kids are back out and their sister doing TikTok videos and Instagram live videos justifying the actions of her brother and sister.
And if they're like that now, can you imagine what they're going to be like at the ages of 16, 17, 18?
They would be very dangerous. They would be very, very, very dangerous.
Very
hey, Prophet Miller.
dangerous.
They would be very dangerous. That is prison waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
That is grave ready, waiting to happen. And then it's like, oh, well, my baby was no, your baby was out here robbing and terrorizing neighborhoods. Oh, and by the way, your baby is going to bust hell wide open.
That part. Oh, and by the way, you're going to be held responsible for it.
For your baby out here acting that way.
That is the most insane. These kids nowadays, it can go one of two ways. Either they're raising themselves.
Right. Which it looks like.
Or the parents are teaching them these things.
Which a lot of them do. It's funny because when I used to work at the YMCA and I was given a specific task. And when you tell a parent, hey, listen, these are not my rules. These are the rules that was set by the organization. And then you see how the child act because the parent act the exact same way. The issue that I used to have was don't have a rule that you are afraid to enforce because now I understand that you're looking out for the child or you want to look out for the child or you feel you should look out for the child. But I believe that people should, okay, first time, yeah. Second time we talk, third time. Now you have to pay for the consequences because,
Absolutely.
oh, now you got to sit at home with your kid. Oh, well, I got to go to work. Well, you should have thought about that before you came up here and did what you did.
Yep, that's it.
Because you wasn't thinking about your job when you came up here.
You sure were not.
And you acted out.
Sure were not.
You wasn't thinking about your job when I said, hey, you can't do ABC, but yet you did it anyway. And then, and yet now you we did you wrong or the system did you wrong, but you didn't want to do. They are still allowing TV to raise their kids. They're allowing a lot to raise their kids. Prophet Miller said they're allowing TV to raise their kids. Turn the light up just a little bit. Open the lens just a little bit. Just a little bit. Right, that's too much. About right there. Okay. So, hey, Marsha. Is that Marsha?
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I never knew Marsha's last name. Hey, Marsha. So, they are allowing the children to do a lot. And it's, oh, that's your middle name. I didn't even know that either.
Oh, Siobhan, yeah.
So, right, because Yeah, I ain't gonna say your middle name on here, but yeah, that's absolutely correct.
This makes my blood boil. I'm talking about my blood is boiling. Because you cannot, kids at that age, you cannot completely hold them responsible because they don't know no better.
You're absolutely right. And what's crazy is how you're feeling right now. When they went from talking about economics to this. So I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm taking notes on the market. And now they go into Trump taking over DC. That's what led into this conversation. Because of everybody, a lot of people came out, especially us who live in DC, said that everybody who's doing the robbing, the killing, armed robbery, and carjacking are between the ages of 8 and 13.
And there's nothing they can do with them.
Between the ages of 8 and 13, there was a lady after Trump took over DC. She did a video. She said, hey, you don't know how good it feels to be able to sit at a traffic light with your window down without a little young N-word running up on your car, ready to carjack you. There was a dude who walked down the street. It had to be at least 6:37 in the morning. No, it wasn't no later than 7:30. Between 7 and 7:30 in the morning. He's walking down the street. He's like, hey, young, I was able to walk down. No weed, no homeless, no young dudes running up on you trying to rob you. He's like, they robbing and stealing in broad daylight. And they killing at 13.
And there's nothing they can do.
And it's nothing they can do about it. That's what led into this story. And I'm sitting here watching this. My mind went straight to, why don't God ever allow me to be in the CVS, the Walgreens with these children? Because I would have took my belt off. And when I tell you, I would have beat the brakes off them.
No, but the problem is that you taking your belt off and beating the brakes off of them, you would have been the one to go to jail.
I would have went to jail that day. I would have told the judge I'd do it again. When they mama or whoever dropped them off the steal, I'd have told them to open the door for them.
Somebody brought them.
Somebody brought them there to do it.
This.
Hey, April, I would have brought.
It's not your assignment.
It would have been my assignment that day, because I would have brought them. Whoever brought you in would have caught this same whooping. I'm talking about.
Because for them to do what they did, somebody brought them in there specifically
to rob the place.
They knew what they were going to do.
And you remember how your parent used to whoop 6 of y'all, 3, 4 of y'all at the same when you get wow, 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 wow. Listen, it would have been wow, 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 wow. And you would have listen, I would have went to prison with my head high. Because I would explain to the judge straight up, y'all gonna send him to prison anyway.
Later on in life.
I'm only going to jail for a couple of months. He'll be dead in 2 years. I'm only going to jail for a week or two. I'm gonna post bail today. He gonna be dead in 2 years. He gonna be dead in a year.
But unfortunately, this is how they're being brought up.
I mean, even if I don't
play the video, we got some more folks in. Replay the video because they don't know what we're talking about. Y'all got to see this because my blood is boiling. My Jesus.
Vinny tells me a video about 3 kids in Dallas at a Walgreens. Okay, Vinny, you want to tell us what happened? I haven't seen this clip at all.
Okay, so there's 3 kids. They're robbing, stealing from a Walgreens in Dallas. They get locked inside. Okay, and instead of being scared, embarrassed, I'm going to show you the attitude of them screaming, clowning the robbers, and threatening to attack them. Okay, And then you got just, and as a parent, you guys are parents. Rob, please tell me how you would feel. And I'm going to get into what I think the parents and all that stuff. But they just got caught and they're locking them inside of Walgreens.
Go for it.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door.
What'd he say?
I'm going to break the door. 10 seconds. I'm
Fucking door. I'll call my mama.
him downstairs. That's him.
Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that. Dad do that.
You can open the door. Open the door.
Bitch, my mom say play. I'm gonna open up this door because I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
I open up this door before we break this bitch.
Look at that, dude.
I'm gonna break something up in this bitch. I'm God. I'm gonna. You are.
Look, he wants to go hit her.
I will like that for with y'all. Do not play with me. Do not.
No kid is born this way.
No, hell no.
That's correct. These kids were
No
made.
kid is born this way.
Yup. Look at that.
I will trash this off.
I'm closed. All right, we're sorry.
Who talks like that?
Here's my question.
Is that the only clip,
No,
Rob?
go ahead, Rob. This is them afterwards with the sister. She's going online because she's like, people are talking crap about them. Let me post a video which doesn't help the case at all. Rob, play this one. This is the sister.
She make more money than you. She got her own house. She pay her own bills. She got more shit than you. You broke. You ain't getting no more shit. And that was not food inside that bag. That was snacks and toys.
Snacks
And
and
if it
toys.
was, yeah, that's what y'all like the fuck.
Matter of
Fuck them.
fact, everybody
Fuck them.
steal. Matter of fact,
Y'all
Everybody
got food.
steals.
Everybody that knows know y'all
I
got
can show
food.
you. Y'all grown people.
And by the way, she posts multiple videos of this. By the way, this drove me crazy because okay, I'm just gonna assume who was outside waiting for them to drive them away. It wasn't the sister, maybe the mom, if she's still in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, and if I had to assume, like you guys nailed it. How the hell do you get to that? How do we get to that behavior? Okay,
You're taught.
You're taught. Where's the father?
And you watch.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, yeah, I would have, I'd had to catch me a case that day. Caught her whoop they behind, and I think that's the problem. The saying used to be, it take a village to raise a child.
But now, don't get me wrong. I understand that people have anger issues. You don't want other people to, abuse your kids. I get that. But at the same time, I was scared. If my neighbor said, I'm going to tell your mama.
Boy, look here. Who you telling? I'm sorry. I'm going.
If the lady at the store knew my mama and was like, oh, when your mama come in here, or if I see your mama.
Listen, that's how I was. I never forget, my homeboy was stealing out the store. We didn't know he was stealing. That woman yoked this man up and called his mama.
I'm going to hold you till your mama get here.
She didn't call the police. She called his mama. She said, I can't write what I would have done. Listen, and that's what I'm saying. These young people are going to be dead soon.
Absolutely.
And my thing is, when do we, because the Bible says, take care of the widow, the poor, and the orphan. These they orphans. I understand they might be staying with their sister or whatever the case may be.
Or even their parents. Because at this point, whoever is raising them are the ones who have given them the okay.
That this is great. And the community around them have either given up or co-signed. This is in Dallas.
It's crazy.
This is in Dallas. So I'm calling on the Potter's house, and what's that other and my good old friend down there, Joe. This is in Dallas. Mm-hmm. This is in Dallas. Where is the power of change that we supposed to be coming outside of the church with, going into the world with? Even if that means that I got to whoop your children in the middle of Walgreens, and if that means that you saw me do it and you got out the car and you got upset and you got in your feelings, and I would have told the lady, go ahead, open the door.
But see, the problem now becomes, if they're acting like that, mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, whoever, that'll be the person who coming after you trying to kill you. Like, for real. No. And you can huff and puff and they can come at me and all that.
I wasn't about to say none of that.
That's what we're looking at.
And I agree. That's why I said, for me, once you start whooping, I come from the era where 3-4 of us, it's a whop, 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 whop. Like mama knew how to do kung fu
with the belt.
Before we even went outside and started playing it, mama was like, wow, wow, whoop, pow, whoop, pow, pow. You can run behind her, she'll catch you. Pow, boom, whop, pow, boom, ping, pong. Right. And so if you would have ran in there, you would have caught the whop, ping, pong, because we would have had to fight. I'm sorry.
April said, so we can only see the clip. You have to address the family, access the family unit from conception. Absolutely.
Almost definitely. This goes deep because the sister, like he said, the sister had like 7-8 videos out just justifying
what we saw.
Just
the fact that they think everybody steals. That's okay.
That's a problem. That's a taught behavior.
That is a taught behavior.
That's taught.
And then this is in society where we are. This is why people don't address other people's children, because they already know what. Looking at that, just her response to other people saying that these kids are wrong lets you know you're gonna have to deal with the adults.
So this becomes my question. Do we or do we not deal with the adults?
Me personally, as a lawmaker, them parents would have had to go to jail.
I got that. What I'm saying is, as the public, like you said, you say something to a child and the parent might woo woo woo. When do we not address the adult? When do we stand straight, flat-footed on justice and righteousness? Yo, your brother was out of line. I don't care how you feel. That's the truth. This is not my opinion. It is the truth. So do we duck and hide from the parent or the kids?
So it would be addressing the family unit, like April said, because if that's somebody I know, you absolutely correct. I'm gonna check you where you stand, but I can't do that with somebody I don't know. Or I have to figure out how to do this in the correct way, because now it's become a battle of the wheels, and now it's become a public issue, whereas either we gonna end up fighting or we gonna end up shooting. Because that's just what it's gonna boil down to. Because you say something, it's going to be a disrespect thing, and now they got to show who they are. Wrong is wrong, but they going to show that they...
So we don't say nothing.
And see, April said, that's my job security, unfortunately. And that is what it is.
I understand that. And I trust me, that's everybody's job security. But at the end of my question becomes, okay, evil prevail when righteous men fail to do
I
anything.
agree.
Evil is prevailing because we, as the righteous, are afraid to say something based.
No.
Hold on, just
Okay.
let me finish. Based on norms or society norms. The question is, will God put us in a position? Let me rephrase that. Evil prevails when we, as the righteous, fail. When we don't do what we're supposed to do. Evil moves, right? Where do we?
So let me answer.
When do we become afraid to?
Because where you going is before you even get there. It's not about just standing up and addressing them. Because how can you address somebody that's already on defense other than showing them love and giving them what we're supposed to do first, which is Jesus? You gain respect by going in and showing them love first. So then you can address the wrong behaviors and be respected, and your thoughts and your words actually make a difference.
And that makes sense. So let's move to this.
Wait. I'm sorry. So prior to you, we upset, we mad, we clowning this. But like you said, we haven't did what we were supposed to do, which is go out there in them streets and give them what they supposed to have in the first place.
So even in this situation, even to the people that are watching online, you're in Walgreens, you see this take place. Your righteous, as my wife say, my righteous indignation is to take my belt off and start spanking. But I don't. I move into a place where I try to reason with them.
That is not righteous indignation.
I move into a place.
I'm done.
I move into a place where I try to talk to them, reason with them.
Mm-hmm. That's not gonna work in that because of where they're already at. They already got their stuff. They trying to get out the door. You can try and reason with that all you want. It ain't happening.
Okay. So again, now because they can't get out the door, Georgia's the stay in your ground state. The little boy came back to try to do violence to the person who was filming.
Now see,
hold on, time out. Wait a minute. Hold on, time out. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, April. If you're still watching, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm in a place and somebody else's life in danger, as a citizen of Georgia, I have the right to defend someone in that situation who can't actually defend themselves. Especially the lady at the cashier who also is thinking about her job, getting home safe, somebody mama coming in here trying to do something to her.
Because we got to take all of that into consideration.
Because she's going to take all of that in consideration.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm whooping kids. I'm whooping behind. I'm whooping mama behind, daddy, whoever come in the store to get them. Because when they come in, I'm going to tell her, unlock the door and lock the door. I want you to unlock it to let them in, and I need you to lock it so they can't get out, because they are an accessory to robbery. And because the little man turned around and now have used an object in his hand as a weapon, this has now upgraded from robbery to armed robbery. This has also went into public destruction of private property. You have now assault and battery. So I'll take the battery charge for whooping the children.
So how do we hold children between
Accountable.
those ages? Because they're definitely not afraid of juvenile.
Nah, that's the country club.
So how do we hold them accountable for what they're doing?
Okay. This may sound far-fetched. Prophet Miller's on here. Me and Prophet Miller was talking about some of the things that we want to do. And to be able to work with children like this, where you're with me. We somewhere out here, McDonald, Jackson, Barnesville. We got about 100, 200 acres. Bring back belts and Bibles. I believe it. April said juvenile is a joke. So now you're here. Is this the way I want to do it? I'm not speaking for Prophet Miller. Prophet Miller, it's the same thing, but he has a different way. The way I want to do it. I want to design it where, since we are paying military, I got some work for y'all to do. Come in and monitor. We go through boot camp. We go through training. Also, your first class for the day is biblical studies. That's your first class. You learn how to pray. You can fight it. The more you fight it, the longer you're going to be here. Then I really want to teach you how to read. I want to teach you how to write. I want to equip you so when you leave here, you can go back out into society, and you don't want to go back to where you came from. You want to go back to something else. Now, on top of that, you are learning a skill in the trade, because guess what? It's a lot of land out here. So we're going to be cutting some grass. We're going to be planting some vegetables. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna pay your debt to society. You're not gonna sit up and watch TV all day, be on the phone all day, taking pictures in the jail, talking about we turned up in here. Like, y'all supposed to be incarcerated, and y'all living better incarcerated than most people are living.
From Peachford to, yep, absolutely.
From preschool to prison. Allure said, bring back black fathers, grandfathers, uncles, cousins, etc. Bring back men. I'm glad you said that. This leads me to part 2 of this video. So we saw part 1 where the children was acting crazy. This leads me to part 2 of this video. Check this out.
Assume there's no father in the picture. Okay, this is an exact result of tearing down the nuclear family that we talked about last week and pretending it doesn't matter. That type of attitude. And then this will boil over into that situation where that guy that we saw that got pulled over, Pat, they got pulled over, and that attitude, that resentment, that entitlement, close the door, close the window, smash in the window, not listening to the police. What do you think these kids are going to turn into?
I'm cooperating. No, you're not. You're just sitting there with your hands up in a dash cam.
Yeah, with this attitude, what are these poor kids, and I feel bad for them, what are they going to turn into? What are they going to turn into? It's that culture that's happening right now that's out of freaking control. And if you say anything, you should see all the hate I got on Instagram because of the freaking guy that was pulled over and wasn't listening to the cops. Man, you don't know nothing, you racist. Wait till I see you. It's like, okay, whatever. What are those kids? What's the future
I want to show
of
you
those
something.
kids?
Going to turn into? They're already
turn into
80% of the way there.
I want to show you something.
Pay very close attention.
I found this video a couple weeks ago. This is in 1986. You're talking 40 years ago, okay? They're interviewing a bunch of single mothers, okay? And look how they're speaking. Go ahead, Rob.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
have a father. My father wasn't in the home.
There you go.
It really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Wow.
Though you would not have heard such things said so freely because they were not embraced so widely. The strong family was still the backbone of Black America, and 3 out of 4 children had both parents at home. That is true no longer. Most Black children are now growing up without their fathers. The result is a world turned upside down as children copy what they see and repeat what they learn. LaDawn said she didn't have a father in her home and doesn't think her children need one. She's not unusual. Half the Black families today are headed only by a woman.
That's
Brenda said she
86.
could make it on her own as a single parent. She has never been married and is raising her daughter without a man's help. She's not unusual. Today, nearly 60% of all Black children are born out of wedlock.
Unbelievable. That's 86.
That's 1986.
Did you look up that statistic now?
The statistics now is, I think it's 82%. Before the 60s, it was 85% two-parent home in the Black community. Also, before the 60s, remember we talked about before they decided to do what they did, but that's another day in the story. The God, Christ, the church, was the centerfocal of the family, especially in the Black community. That's why I would this is why I praise that. I don't want to say praise. This is why I encourage watching Uncle Tom, because it stresses how God was the centerfocal of the Black community. It wasn't money. It was God was the center focal.
Focus.
God was the center. God was the center focus, and men were in the house.
And I don't care what nobody says. Having a man, especially the children's biological father, is important because it seals their identity, whether you want to admit it or not. We have an innate desire for our parents. Your mother, your biological mother, and your biological father. It is innate in us that we want them. We want to know them. We want a relationship with them. And that the severing of those relationships is crucial. It is crucial in the confidence, in the self-esteem, in who the child, who they become and who they know themselves to be. Regardless of what society has said, God created the nuclear family the way that he did, and it was no mistake. There's no mistake in what he did and how, he did it. Period. So to think that you can take one or the other away and not think that there's going to be an effect some way, somehow, is crazy. It is crazy. You cannot come in and mess with the original intent of anything that God has created and think that it's not going to be a
problem.
Yes. Because the opposite of what God created is perverted. It has been perverted, which means that it gives a negative result.
So statistically, 70% of black babies are born to unwed mothers. 64% of black children are raised in single-parent homes. 44% of black fathers live apart from their kids.
I am freezing.
Since the 70s, this has begun to increase. Also, black babies are 45% of the abortion rate. Now, we can say this is a daddy issue. I'm going to just be honest and say that this is a sin issue.
Absolutely. And that's the part that nobody's going to address.
This is a sin
because this
issue.
is not okay. Why is it okay for these young ladies to be okay with having these babies with people they don't even want to be married to?
This is a sin issue. This is an issue dealing with lust and dealing with the flesh.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See, I'm sorry, this is not your typical podcast. Please forgive me if you wasn't expecting this, but let me just help somebody out here. I mean,
nobody wants to address the fact that all of these folks is out here sleeping around and nobody has no commitments.
So Galatians 5. I'm gonna go back at verse 16. It said, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Hey, Tam. You will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lust against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another. Absolutely. So that they cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led by the spirit, ye are not under the law. For the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, varnish, emulations, wrath, strife, seductions, heresies, envious, murders, drunkenness, ravenous, and such alike, of which I tell you before, as I've told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Now, some people might be like, well, wait a minute, Gov, what do that mean? So let me see if I can find it in plain English for you real quick.
Oh, the Passion Translation gives you, I read this the other day, and then I came back and read the Passion Translation. When I tell you that version gave you a...
They are immorality, impurity. You said the Passion Translation?
Mm-hmm. Go to the Passion Translation.
Let me see if I can pull up Passion Translation.
Hey, Shantae. Wait a minute. Oh.
You might have to go get it.
No, okay.
Because I don't have the Passion in here. Oh, no, you good.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You might have to go get it. I got you.
Because I'm super cold. What's
the message?
No, it's Galatians 5.
Galatians 5.
We literally just read this last.
So the Amplified has it this way, because I just want to break it down. Immorality, impurity, indecency, idolatry, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealousy, anger, selfishness, division, party spirit. Oh, let me read the Passion Translation. Okay. Starting at verse. The behavior. When you yield life for the spirit, you no longer be living under the law, but soaring above it. The behavior of the self-life is obvious. Sexual immorality, lustful thoughts, pornography, chasing after things instead of God, manipulating others, hatred of those who get in your way, senseless arguments, resentment when others are favored, temper tantrums, angry quarrels, only thinking of yourself, being in love with your own opinions, being envious of the blessings of others, murder, uncontrolled additions, wild parties, and all other similar behaviors.
See why I like the Passion Translation?
Why it just hit me, I miss Bible study. Steve, Shantae, Lord said, I know so many black girls who have had abortions or thinking about abortions, and I'm like, condoms are free and not having sex is even freer. You're absolutely correct. I think, to me, so even how do we get here? Let's go back to the education bill of 1994, passed by who they call the first black president. What's his name? Bill Clinton. Slick Willie. Slick Willie. What they call him, Slick Willie. Slick Willie in trouble. He about to go to prison. But anyway, in that bill, they slid in that schools were now to pass out condoms. And the Catholic Church jumped on board to facilitate because it was, and then they got the churches involved because it was like, oh, well, people are going to do it anyway. So since they're going to do it anyway, then we might as well tell them to protect themselves because AIDS is rampant, HIV is rampant, STDs are up. And the church did not stand on the word. That's why I said we can look at the first part of this video of the children cursing and screaming and beating on people inside of the Walgreens and stealing. We can check out the second part of this video where women feel that they children don't need a dad. All of this stems from the body not standing on the word that it's supposed to stand on. This stems from us not doing our part. And it seems that our Heavenly Father is a gracious God. He is a righteous God. He is a patient, long-suffering God. But eventually, judgment is coming. And here we are in 2025. We are in our judgment. The first part of this video, this is our judgment. This is our judgment. Tam, you just got here. Let me help you out. This is our judgment. Shantae, Steve, you just got here. Let me help you out. This is our judgment.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break the door.
What'd he say?
I'm gonna break the door. 10 seconds.
I'll come
Him downstairs. That's it.
Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that.
Okay,
Dad do that.
Count. You can open the door. Open the door.
I'm gonna open up this door because I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing with y'all.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
I'll open up this door before we break this bitch.
Look at that, dude.
I'm gonna break something up in this bitch. I'm God. I'm gonna. You are.
Look, he wants to go hit her.
I will like that fight with y'all. Do not play with me. Do not.
No kid is born this way.
No, hell no.
That's correct. These kids were
No
made.
kid is born this way.
Yup. Look at that.
I will trash this all.
I'm closed. All right, we're sorry.
Who talks like?
Here's my question.
Is that the only clip?
No,
Rob?
there's go ahead, Rob. This is that.
That's our judgment.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because the Bible said that the children will rule.
Yep.
In the last days.
Yep.
We will not, as parents, be able to keep them under control.
Yep.
This is spoken of if we didn't get ourselves together. This is our judgment as the body of Christ. America is in the position that is in. This is our judgment. This is on us. All because we wanted to be friends with Slick Willie Bill Clinton. All because we wanted to be, all because, oh, well, guess what? They're going to have sex anyway, so let's just give them condoms instead of standing on the word. No, you keep your legs closed until you walk down the aisle. No, you don't have sex outside of marriage. Why? Because there's consequences. No, you don't tell your child, you don't grow up and have your mindset that you don't need a father. Who's responsible? I just told you who's responsible. Now, as far as just the action that we saw, that's a father-parent issue. But the root of this issue, Steve, it's a sin issue that the church refused to address because we have allowed this to be okay. We have allowed sin to come into the one place that's supposed to be sacred. We are worse than what Ezekiel saw when God took him up in the spirit and was like, oh, look, they worshiping the sun god. They got idols behind the walls. They doing all kind of sexual immorality. They killing the kids.
I wanna this TikTok video that I saw, and I want to put this sexual immorality into perspective.
Send it.
You want me to send it to you?
Send me the link. Alua said, I saw that video and just thought how disgusting this is. I saw that's on here. That they play that after with the kids. It's a society issue. You can do it. So can I. And you're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. It is. And that's what I said earlier, Steve. What happened to there being the village raise the children? It takes a village to raise a child. The lady behind the counter should have spanked that behind. Send it to
I can't.
Let me see.
It's a TikTok. I don't know where the TikTok is. It was. Okay.
You say, where did you send it?
I sent it to yo. Right. I had to send it to yo. What's it called? Because you can't. I don't know how else to send it.
Where did you send it to?
Yo, Facebook.
Oh, there goes Chiquita message you.
It's not letting you. Oh man. Since we can't play it, I just want you to. These are the top 10 counties in Georgia with the highest HIV cases in 2025. Go back to the other screen. I want you to hear me. We're starting with come on, honey. Athens, number 10. Georgia, Clark County, 500 cases. Savannah, Georgia, number 9. Chatham County with 700 cases. These are HIV. Macon, number 8. Bibb County, 800 cases. Columbus, Georgia, Muskogee County with 900 cases. Number 6, Augusta, Georgia, Richmond County with 1,500 cases.
I found it.
Number 5, Lawrenceville, Georgia, Gwinnett County, 2,000 cases. Marietta, Cobb County, 2,500 cases. Jonesboro, Georgia, Clayton County, 3,800 cases. Coming in at number 2, Decatur, West Greater, DeKalb County, 10,800 cases. And number 1, Atlanta, Georgia, Fulton County, 19,500 cases. And we telling these kids it's okay for them to be having sex.
Now, it's a couple of things when you first showed me that. It's two things I kind of want to point out. Some people might get mad for me saying this. Every little city you call is a liberal city.
Huh.
That's number 1. It's a blue city.
Huh.
It's liberal. It's Democrat. It's high in crime. And it's high in the LGBTQ community. It's just something I throw out there. Because what I found to be crazy is that they have commercials with gay people for HIV pills.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to wrap your head around that. There are commercials where men are hugging and pushing up on other men who's bigger than me and Stevie Steve put together about HIV pills. This is a sin problem. That's what this is. Daddy's not being at home is a sin problem. These children acting how they acting, it's a sin problem. This is not an issue. This has nothing to do with anxiety. This has nothing to do with mental illness. This is a sin problem. And until, Stevie Steve said, wait, what? Yeah. They bigger than both of us put together, Stevie Steve. This is a sin problem. And until we as the body of Christ stand up and walk in our authority and walk in our righteousness the way that we supposed to, we're going to continue to have this sin problem. We're going to continue to have fatherless homes. And this is just not in the black community. Because, for a long time, I thought single parenthood was a black thing until I got about 16. And when I got about 16, that's when I started dabbling with white people because I didn't realize that they did just as many drugs as black people did because I thought drugs was a black people thing. And it's not. And then that's when I realized that a lot of white kids out here ain't got no daddy either. And if 10 of them had a daddy, 5 of them hate their daddy because he drink and beat on them. The other 5, only 2 to 3 of them really like their daddy. The other 2 is like, well, he don't really pay me no attention anyway. And then I thought single mama was really a black thing until I really went outside of this country. And I realized, what color is it? Probably Fat Doobie. And then I realized that single parent is not a black thing. It's in every culture. When I say it's in every culture, it's in every culture. I saw the Asian single parent. I seen whites, Scandinavian single parent. I'm going country to country like, wait a minute. So men are just having babies and leaving women to take care of them like, also this just ain't a black thing. This is a world thing. And as now to look at it, it's a sin thing.
Yeah.
This is a sin issue because we want pleasure.
But we don't want to call it a sin issue.
Oh, I'm going to call it a sin issue.
Now, I'm just saying we don't want to call it that.
Stevie Steve said, I'm in New York. All shapes
and
sizes here. Oh, it's here in Atlanta. All shapes, sizes, colors, creeds. Oh, they out here big. I never forget my dad told me this story one day. He said he was on patrol. It was late night. I'm glad he's not a police officer anymore. But he said he was on patrol late night, and he bagged into this cut that he used to always bag into. You know, he cut his radio up super loud so he can hear, just in case if he get a call or something. And he was just going to take a nap because he was working a double shift. So he was like halfway into the second one, and he was just tired. So he's like, he's going to take a nap. He said, and he said as soon as he dozed off, he said he felt like he only been asleep maybe 5 minutes. He said when he dozed off, he heard donka, 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 donka. He said when he jumped up, he woke up. Now, you know, my dad's a big dude. My dad said it looked like two Arnold Schwarzeneggers was hugging and kissing each other.
How are we telling this story?
I'm just... I'm going to keep telling the story. I'm already here. What I'm saying is this didn't just happen. This has been going on for a long time. This has been a sin issue for a long time. And if we're sitting here and if my wife is in a place where she has been grieved by what she just saw, imagine how God feels.
And he has to see it all.
Even in the act.
He sees it all.
The Bible says everything you do is recorded.
Yep.
Every time I lit a cigarette, they wrote it down.
Yep.
Every time I was in sexual sin and fornication, an angel was there watching me have sex, writing it down. The date, time, and who I was with.
Everything that you do is recorded.
Everything is recorded in heaven. So you can't say, I don't know, I don't recall, I plead the fifth, I don't have a recollection of, because everything is recorded. If we taught people that everything that you do is recorded and you're gonna, it's almost like anything that you say and do will be used against you.
In the court of God.
In
Hallelujah.
The court of heaven, everything that you say or do shall and will, not shall, it will be used against you.
In the courts of heaven.
Like God is watching you.
It's being used against you right now. The enemy uses it. He goes before the judge. He is accusing you day and night. I mean, he is telling the truth.
So my question is, as the body, where do we go from here? What do we do to improve our communities? What do we do?
And you know what? I have to repent. Like, I have to publicly repent because I'm the first person to be like, evangelize? I'm not an evangelist. You want me to go out there and stand on the street and talk to who? Now, if we go somewhere and I'm sitting down next to somebody, I'll talk to you and I'll introduce God. But to say that I'm going out there in the community, what? And we're responsible for that. We absolutely are. Because if we decide if I decide I'm not going, who's going to go? So how can I be upset at these babies if I'm not willing to go out there and introduce God, introduce Jesus to them before it gets to a situation like that where they not going to hear me?
Oh, yeah, because them kids in the Walgreens.
What? I'm just talking about them being in the Walgreens in that particular situation. I'm not even talking about just where they are mentally. I'm talking about because had someone took it upon themselves prior to that. to show them the love of Christ, to show their family the love of Christ, maybe, just maybe, they wouldn't be there in that predicament.
I mean, I agree. I mean, my dad said that's the reason why he went into teaching, because he felt like instead of locking you up, maybe he can get you before the system gets you. Maybe he can put something in you before you got out there, before you became a victim in the system, so to speak.
Rachel said, your flesh will testify against you. You might as well submit your flesh to the Lord now.
And I agree, but this also becomes the thing, and this is pretty much where me and the Lord have been wrestling, and I've been asking how, because I can tell you, but how do you apply that? How do you, what are the steps? Because everything has a step. Everything
What are we
has.
talking about? How do we apply what?
Submit your flesh.
Okay.
How do we? So it's just the same thing. How do you truly because even coming to Christ is still a walk. You still have to work out your salvation daily. Mm-hmm. So it's like we say things to people, and they're taking it, but we don't give an applicable, that's the word I'm looking for, an applicable way of actually achieving what they're trying to achieve. We beat them in the head with the word. We give them knowledge, but we don't give them any understanding.
I'm not going to say that.
All
the time.
I
got what you're saying.
Because to give them, for them to come to an understanding, then that means that they can move into wisdom, because once you understand something, then you're able to move through it. So and I'm not saying this happens everywhere and this is every church and this is everybody. I'm not saying that either. I'm just trying to figure out, like I said earlier, where do we as the body of Christ, how do we combat with these little kids? How do we combat the mindset that has been taking place? And this story that we played was from 1986. It didn't start there. This started almost 30 years before that, with the feminist movement, with the vice president who killed the president. The feminist movement, but also with the vice president who killed the president, JFK.
Oh,
vice president.
Okay.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Right. Okay.
When, hey, I'll give you this if you get rid of him. So to me, all of this is a sin. All of this falls into a sin issue. All of this, and it goes back to Agenda 19. When I told you I read the book, and in the inside of the book of Agenda 19, it clearly states heterosexual Christian men. It never had a color. It never had a race. It said heterosexual, alpha male heterosexual Christian men have to be removed because we are considered the greatest threat to what they want to do in America. We are considered to be the greatest threat. She said, oh, Sissy and I were talking about that. We have accountability partners because our walk is daily and routine is important. People have to come to a routine and a decision. I don't have enough characters on YouTube to go thoroughly into this, but 1 foot forward at a time with help. And that's what I mean. Like, you having somebody, it's almost like the movie Forge. That's kind of what I think about.
I agree. Now, let me say this. For those of us who ask for the application and the accountability, a part of the problem is we don't really want it. Because we know what's right. We know what to say. But when it comes down to actually doing it and making the change, I don't really want to do it.
So let me ask this question. Is it you don't really want to do it because you feel like you're by yourself when you're doing it?
I'm not talking about the people by themselves. You know how many folks I done took by the hand. And right now, only one is still with me.
That's because you
not because I backed out, but because it really ain't what they want.
Well, I told you to whoop them. You didn't whoop them.
And I'm not gonna whoop people because people are grown.
Sometimes
if somebody say they want something, then they need to be the. And you know me. I'm going to tell you what needs to be done. I'm going to even try and get you to that place. But I can't, you can, my baby, Allure, we can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink, can we?
But you can stick their head in it.
I can't. So here's the problem.
No, I'm just being facetious.
So here's the problem. It's so many people who know, we know what's right. We say what's right. We can tell you what I'm supposed to say. But at the core root of it, they don't really want to change. They are comfortable in their dysfunction.
Interesting.
And they don't want to do the healing to bring them out of it.
Okay.
Because then they have to be held accountable and responsible.
Right. But the question becomes, all right, so now that takes me back to this.
Allure said most people who say they won't help don't want help. They want to be spoon-fed. You can't spoon-feed Christ.
Hold on.
They not willing to put in the work, and therefore I will not force you to do anything. That's my baby.
So let's go back for a second.
Comfortability kills growth 100% of the time, and it's not to be confused with
contentment.
Come on.
I agree. Then drew near unto him all the publicans and sinners for to hear him. And the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, This man receives sinners and eat with them. That statement caused Christ to preach the prodigal son. He never shied away from the sinners and the publicans.
Never.
Have we, as the body, become more like the Pharisees, where we don't really want to be, we only want to hang out with those who think, see, and talk how we think, see, and talk, and not really stand down with the sinners and the publicans and live a way that will draw them in? Because you have to take this in consideration. We can only plant a seed or water a seed. That's all we can do. That's our job.
Mm-hmm.
We can't change anybody because that's not our job. Because to say that we can change somebody, to me, that would be a bold-faced lie, because you're not the Holy Spirit. Now, the Holy Spirit dwells in you. He lives in you. He can work through you, but you're not him.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, are we giving up too quickly because it's not turning over faster? Do people have more real deeper issues like those babies we saw? They have way more deeper issues than just going into the store
And
stealing and cursing and calling. They have real rooted deeper issues. Have we as the body stopped going after? Are we just taking the surface, or are we gonna truly tackle the true rooted issues and get down like?
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying the same thing that I'm saying. I'm telling you.
No, what I'm saying
we
is,
got to go out to them and meet the needs and deal with the issues. Because they not coming to us. Maybe people have seen and understood, but realize it's all the same either. It's all the same either if you believe or not. I'm just saying.
And that's the thing. And Stevie Steve just threw salt on an open wound. He done hit a nerve. And because not you, but us, supposed to be different. But we look the same.
Act the same.
We act the same. So whether I believe in this or not, we still the same. You just said I just heard you over here having a conversation, hallelujah, da da da, and then you just walked across the office and then it became you stupid, beep, 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 and mother, da, 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 da. Like, there is no difference. Like, we have come away from being set apart. We have come away from walking in holiness. We have come away. We embrace sin.
Okay, so I don't know if that's what Stevie is saying. Because that ain't what I got from what he said.
Well, that's what I got. He said
maybe people have seen and understood, but realize it's all the same. Either you believe or not. I'm just saying.
And even taking, okay, so what else how else are you taking it?
I could be wrong. And Steve, you correct me. But you're saying...
And to even answer Lord, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get my thoughts together and you steady talking.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby.
So what I'm getting from what he's saying is people who have seen and understood but realize it's all the same. I'm blank. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm blank. The thought was there, but then you were talking and I can't even get it back. Go ahead.
So, Allure makes a point. Allure said, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have, if you will not apply it. And that's what I mean. Some people don't know how to get to the understanding. So I heard it taught this way. Wisdom requires a couple of things. The first thing they said wisdom requires is something that we're all naturally born with. That's ignorance. The second thing is knowledge. The third thing is understanding. Because once you can move into the understanding, then you are able to apply what you understand. If you don't because even Solomon said, wisdom is good, but in all you're getting, get understanding. Because in order for you to truly apply something to your life, there has to be some form of understanding.
And that's cool. I get that. I'm not arguing with that. I do have a counter to that, but that's not it.
So what's the counter?
My counter is, even with understanding, people still have to make the choice that they want to change.
And I agree with that. I'm not knocking that. To me,
And you can give somebody who don't want to change, you can spoon feed them.
that means they don't understand.
And they still no.
Biblically.
Listen to what I'm saying, because I walked through this. I've handheld people. So I ain't telling you what I think.
I got you.
You can spoon feed people and they get it. But because of where they are either afraid to leave their comfortability, or they're stuck there and they're afraid to get the healing, to get to the root of what they need.
So to be afraid to do something, does that mean that you have the full understanding of it? Because I think that if you had a full understanding of something, that means you understand it and it will bring you out. No?
Fear is not just about understanding.
Okay.
Fear is not fear. Fear by itself is not. Do you know how many people? You know how many brilliant people live in fear? It's not about understanding. Fear is a wall. For most people, fear came in from an experience. And it needs to be dealt with. Just like the word says, renew your mind. Be transformed by the renewing of the mind. And renewing the mind does not necessarily mean I don't understand. It means to pull down old concepts of understanding and put in new ones. You can have full understanding of something and still have fear of something. And that could be a God issue, because that their fear takes over their mind, and God is the only person to help them get over it. Fear itself is a demon. It's a strong man. It's actually a principality, depending on which one you're dealing with. And a strong man is a state of mind. That thought process has to be torn down. And it's not necessarily understanding. It's a wrong way of thinking and understanding that has to be pulled down, torn down, and rebuilt with newness. And you keep trying, I see your eyes, because you're trying to say it with your eyes. That still means you don't understand. No, that's two different things.
Okay.
Two totally different things.
So where do we go from here?
Like I said,
Conclusion.
We have to be, what are we willing to do?
What
are we willing as the body? What are we willing to sacrifice and do? Are you willing to put yourself aside and go into a community and start talking to people and giving them the love of Christ? And even before you do that, most of these communities that we're even addressing, it ain't even about. Most of them are in a place where they don't even have what they need to survive.
I want to be on the Beat the Kids.
So can we be able to go in and help them with food, clothes, shoes, haircuts, combing their hair, show them love? That opens them up to having a conversation with you, because now I respect you. You're not coming in here looking down on me.
But so let me get this straight. So just based on everything that you just said, how to go in, shoes, clothes, show them a little love, give them a little.
Don't make me mad.
A little something.
Don't make me mad.
In the book of Isaiah, God made a statement. He said, all you Negroes, all you church folk, trying to fast. You don't want to eat. You want to go on this fast. You want to eat. You don't want to eat nothing. He said, but I called you to the fast of taking care of the poor, the widow, and the orphan. So based on what you just said, you just put forth the commandment that God gave a long time ago, that that was reiterated from Deuteronomy, which Deuteronomy reiterated from Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. So you're not saying something that God did not command the church to do.
Yep.
And for me, this is just me. This is just me. We keep wanting the government to do what God has called us to do.
Well, personally, I think the government has to help or should help because we can't do it all by ourselves, but that's not to neglect that we are supposed to be doing it.
But the best thing the government can do to help us is the same thing that the government should do to a lot of things to help America. And that's get out of our way. Go sit down somewhere and do the thing that you were created to do, and allow it to be done by the services that is required to be done by. Because when Vinny made a great point. He said you can put the government over the Sahara Desert. It'll run out of sand in 2 years. Because government don't know how to do certain things. Because that's not their, it's almost like when April said earlier, that's not your assignment.
I got that. I didn't say they should be responsible for it all. I said we need their help because we really need their money.
We don't need their money?
Really?
The church made enough in 2024 to begin to pay off part of the debt of America. We make enough money to pay off the money brought in that series that them young gentlemen did about the money coming into the church. And I understand that you still got to pay salaries and you got to do that.
That ain't even what I'm talking about.
But when you're bringing in $1.6 trillion,
and that's great, that's wonderful, and that's what the stats say. But how much of that is actually going to the true church? Meaning the people who are actually putting their hands to the plow.
That's the point. That's the point that I'm making. That if the money is there, then we don't need the government's money. If we have the money, and if we're doing what we truly supposed to be doing.
That's the problem, because everybody who calls themselves a church or a Christian is not.
And again, that goes back to the sin problem that we
And you're absolutely correct.
Check.
And that will never change because we have an enemy. The only way I have learned God, not Jesus, is through personal struggles. Not the church, not the Bible, but I understand they're more for me to learn. That's Steve. The Lord said, I'm sorry, that is the only way you learn God, because it takes away from the light that God brings. If you have a Bible, I say take your time and read it, and maybe get a commentary to go through it. Join the church, because God says do not forsake the assembly of the saints. Hallelujah.
And that goes back to doing it together.
Come on, baby girl, teach us something.
That's my daughter.
So at the end of the day, really, when is when are the people who call themselves Christians going to really walk this walk? Let's start there. Let's just start there. When are we going to really walk this walk? Because we can clown the unbelievers all day long. You're clowning them based on the fact that you're calling yourself a believer and they're doing better than you are because you're lukewarm.
Some of y'all just cold.
I'm just saying. They're lukewarm.
Wow.
And because they're lukewarm, God said, I ain't going to have nothing to do with you anyway. Nothing. Matter of fact, because you doing what you doing, I've already turned. I spit you out.
And that's my thing. I think with that statement right there, that will begin to shape the fabric of a lot of things that are wrong. Not just in America, but it will spread to the world. Just that little simple thing right there. We stop bickering and arguing over doctrine, theology, denomination. Stevie Steve said, I grew up in a Roman Catholic church.
And still.
And that's a discussion for another day. But if we put aside
all of the dissensions and the divisions.
The divisions and all of that, and just handle business. As the Bible said, just handle business.
Christ can't even come back until the body is unified.
It say, you are welcome, Stevie Steve. There are a lot of Bible plans on YouTube and people that break them down on here as well. I will send them to Mr. Jackson for him to send them to you.
All right.
So
we love y'all. That's today's show.
Yeah. We'll
be back here tomorrow.
So, please give us a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell. Share this with somebody who really, really, really needs to hear this. Share this with your friends, with your parents. Share this with people who got children. Share this with people who want children. Share this. Just share this.
Because this is a conversation for everybody.
This is something that we all need to have. We'll be back here tomorrow, 2:00. Hopefully we'll be on time. We had some technical difficulties in setting up. But besides that, we hope y'all got something. Big up to the PBD Podcast. Big up to Vinny for bringing this video forward. The link for the entire PBD Podcast for that video is in the description box, and so is their tag, their page. So
baby girl said, I grew up Christian but had to learn the Bible on my own. That's a whole problem for me, because God cares for relationship with him. Come on, girl, you gonna make me cry. You making me proud. He cares for a personal one-to-one, and you will get there. I will pray on it for you, sir. We'll all be praying on it for you, sir. So we love y'all. And we will see y'all back here tomorrow, 2:00. Peace.